Into the Valley of Death, October 25th, 1854. The Crimean War rages. On the rolling hills near the Black Sea port of Balaclava, the British Army faces the Russian tide. Amid the chaos, a single misinterpreted order will turn a routine cavalry maneuver into one of history's most legendary and tragic charges. A fatal order high above the battlefield, Lord Raglan saw Russian troops hauling away captured guns. He intended to stop them, but his order was vague. When relayed down the chain of command, it was twisted into madness. The Light Brigade, 600 cavalrymen armed only with sabers and lances, must charge straight down a valley bristling with Russian artillery, cannons on the left, cannons on the right, cannons at the far end. There's not to reason why the order made no sense, but honor demanded obedience. Lord Cardigan, cold and unflinching, would lead them. The men tightened reins, whispered prayers, and waited. Then the bugle call rang out. Horses lunged forward. The charge began. Into the fire, the valley erupted in smoke and thunder. Russian gunners unleashed a storm of shot and shell. Horses tumbled, men were torn from saddles, the ground shook with screams. Yet the brigade thundered on, lances lowered, sabers flashing. To the watching allies on the hills, it was madness made magnificent. A British officer gasped. It was like riding into the mouth of hell. The clash at the guns against all odds. The survivors smashed into the Russian line. Sabers carved through gunners. Lances pierced bodies. For a heartbeat, they owned the battlefield. Even the Russians faltered, stunned by the sheer audacity of men who should have turned back, but never did. No way out, but courage cannot defeat numbers. Surrounded and overwhelmed, the Light Brigade fought desperately, hacking a path back up the valley through the same murderous fire. Broken units straggled back, many without horses, many never to return at all. The cost of glory of the 670 men who rode, fewer than 200 returned mounted. The rest lay dead or wounded, their bodies strewn across the blood-soaked valley. The charge achieved nothing militarily, yet its legend would outlive the war itself. Immortal words when the news reached Britain, the poet Alfred, Lord Tennyson carved the sacrifice into eternity. Theirs not to reason why, theirs but to do and die. Into the valley of death rode the 600. A mistake of command had created a miracle of courage. To this day, the charge of the Light Brigade remains a timeless story, of duty, of disaster, and of men who rode into hell itself without fear.
Follow for more history stories.